That was a shocker, though. Even though he was old, you just feel like people like that are never gonna die, because he was like the head man of the genre. He really, brought the comic age into what it is now. Really, everything is the way it is because of him. He brought emotions into comics. He gave emotions to characters.
I'm gonna get the most hate mail for it because he died. He's 95 years old, right?
You know what he said? As long as I'm busy, I'm good. And I got more than I deserve. And he'll admit it. He said it for years. The last 20 years he said it.
But I'm not shedding a tear. I'm not crying. He's 95 years old. He died. Life. Everyone, I mean, now it's just a matter of time. It's no one should be shocked when a 95-year-old person dies. No one should be shocked by it. No, he's 95. You died. I'm not sad when pretty much any celebrity dies or anything like that. Maybe that's awful, but guess what? I'm not going to say they don't affect my life, because Stan Lee affected my life. I have a business here that Stan Lee pretty much built Marvel Comics. My favorite character is Spider-Man. I wouldn't have Spider-Man if I didn't have Stan Lee, but you know something? I didn't start reading comics until after Stan Lee was even done writing Spider-Man. Stan Lee wasn't the guy who got me into comics. His character is what got me in. Yeah. It's sad for the comic industry because he was still a great ambassador for comics. I mean, that guy was still out there doing shows, doing cameos. But guess what? Don't let anyone fool you. He wasn't going to do a convention just because I want to meet the fans. He was getting paid buku dollars. If he wasn't getting paid big dollars, he wouldn't have been there signing autographs either. But I'm sad for comics and whatnot. But personally, I'm not sad by it. I mean, the guy hasn't given us anything new in years. His stuff that he did was classic, and it's fantastic, and I love it. I love Spider-Man. I love all the stuff that he helped create. Am I sad? No. In that sense, he has no effect on my life. As my life of getting up today, having to go to work, or having to survive, he has no effect on it. It's sad that he's dead, yeah, but I'm not emotional about it. You know what I'm sad? When my parents die, my brother or my sister die, my wife dies. That's gonna make me sad. It's sad that he died. It's sad. I'm sure his children and his brother and stuff, they're upset. I mean, it was a family member and close friends. Like when Steve Dillon died. I mean, that guy was still putting out books. He was still doing things. And all of a sudden he died at 40 or whatever he was. I mean, that's shocking. That's shocking. It's like, oh, that's too bad. I'm not emotional about it. I mean, I'm not happy. I mean, it's, again, like I said, it's sad to see him go. Even my friends who die, yeah, you're gonna feel bad. It's like, well, that guy was my friend. I miss him. I don't really know if I'm going to miss Stan Lee because
he left a hell of a legacy for
Right. Yeah, a lot of joy. I'm not going to miss him. You know why? Because every time I look at Spider-Man in this book, he's here. He's done enough that he'll always be there. He doesn't call me up. I haven't been calling up and hanging out with him. So I mean, on that sense, he's not my friend. But I'll always remember him. I'll always remember him for the great stories that he gave us. Again, I'm not going to. I didn't lose sleep.
No.
Yeah. I didn't lose sleep.
I might get this one. I'm not sure. I haven't really decided. But yeah, I've been waiting since September for issue 3. So I mean, I've been waiting a while. But yeah, no, I've never really written anything by Slott. But I like what he's doing on this so far. I really do. I kind of wish Hickman was still at the company and writing stuff, but I'm writing Fantastic Four. I have read a lot of his stuff, really love that stuff, but yeah, this is pretty good so far. It's a good continuation of the series. I had the bright idea of walking here and stuff, friggin' almost like 40 minutes away, so yeah, that probably wasn't the greatest idea, but yeah, I'm just trying to warm up and look around and stuff mostly. So when does this episode air? When does the next one air? I forget his name and stuff, but it was the guy, he wanted the Ninja Turtle one. The first edition of the Ninja
Ryan?
Turtle. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah.
The one that was telling him to be nice to his wife. Maybe she'll let him get it.
Yeah.
The turtle sold too. Jason, guy Jason.
How much is that? 3,500.
That was 3,000.
Oh, 3,000. Okay.
But then I had a third printing for 175 that sold too. So I've been getting a lot of messages. Like a lot of people have been Facebooking me, emailing, "Hey, do you still have that Turtles?" Then I noticed a lot of comments in the comment section. Hey, what's that Turtles going for? So just to let everyone know. It already sold. I got a lot of inquiries about the number 1. So There's no need to inquire anymore. It's gone. I think Marvel television sucks. Television, not Netflix. Not Netflix. I'm talking about their TV shows. Netflix is awesome. Yeah, that shit is good. Marvel television, I think, sucks. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Legion. The Gifted didn't suck, but I was indifferent to it, so I just stopped watching it. Same thing with like Cloak and Dagger. It didn't suck, but I didn't care. DC stuff, I used to love Arrow. I thought Arrow was a great show, and then I just stopped liking it. And Flash, yeah, it was always okay. I mean, I know a lot of people love it. Black Lightning, I think I made 2 episodes. Couldn't watch it. Supergirl, I was watching at the beginning. Don't care anymore. Again, it's almost like little teenage problems. I don't need to listen to that shit. So yeah, I don't watch any of the DC television.
The first 2 seasons of Supergirl and stuff, I thought it was, pretty good at like saying like, yeah, this is Supergirl, yeah, it was pretty good and stuff, but I just I kind of just fell off of it and stuff. Like I just stopped kind of watching.
Yeah, and I didn't stop watching it again because I hated it. I stopped watching it just because I didn't care. It's so I don't know if that's worse. Is that worse than not liking it? Where it's like I don't care. That could be worse. They didn't make me hate it. They didn't make me like it. They just made me not care. And so yeah, I don't watch any of their TV stuff. And I thought the second season of Iron Fist was great. I really enjoyed it. Maybe they want to do it because Disney's going to start doing their streaming service, and maybe so they want to. Maybe they don't want anything on anything else.
I believe it's called Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's something like that. But yeah,
I won't be buying it. We're trying to get away from cable to buy the couple streaming services you can get. Now you're just gonna to be able to watch anything you're gonna have to buy 17 streaming services. It's gonna cost you as much as cable did.
Yeah, fair enough. I was gonna get Green Lantern #1, but he doesn't have it.
So I got that last week.
Yeah. Oh, how is it?
It's actually really good. I was expecting it to be on the ground, and
yeah,
it's actually pretty good. It wasn't.
Yeah.
bad.
Well, I mean, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison and stuff. He's pretty weird, and I'm surprised he never worked on Green Lantern before.
Yeah.
He did JLA for a while, but I'm surprised he never did Green Lantern.
Yep.
Now, if he could only do a Black Orchid series, that would be amazing. Because Neil Gaiman's miniseries was great.
Yo, man, it came out of nowhere, bro. I was at work just hanging out, and then people started texting me, and they were like, "Hey, you still have those Stan Lee books that you got signed?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. I don't sell my stuff." And they were like, "Well, they're about to be worth a small fortune." I was like, "Okay, I don't give a shit." Just kept working. I didn't think anything of it. And then my phone starts. My mom, calls me. She's like, "Hey, that little old guy you took that picture with?" And I was like, "Who?" She's like, "The guy that's in all those movies." And I was like, "Stan Lee?" She goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "What about him?" She goes, "He died." And I was like, "Haha, yeah, sure." She's like, "No, he really did." She's like, "I'm watching it. It's all over the news." And I was like, "What?" I took my phone out and I go on my Facebook, and it was everywhere. And I was like, "Oh, damn." So, yeah, man. I'm going to miss the energy and commotion he brought with him to Comic-Con. Dude, it was insane. Wherever he went, it would shut the whole thing down. People would just go nuts, start clapping. Right here. Look at that. Look at that. Insane, dude. Now, that escalator back there, they had to stop it because it was going down. They had to stop it because people were just doing one of these. They were going the opposite way while it was going down, just so they can see him come out. It was insane. That I've never seen that before. The security came out. They stopped it. They stopped like half of the venue where he was at. It was insane. And like when he came out, there was like a split second where it was just silent because he came out and he stumbled a little bit and everybody kind of held their breath, and then he like picked himself back up, sat down, and started doing his thing. But yeah, it was man, the energy it was that energy that he brought, because wherever Stan Lee went, a lot of heat followed. So when Stan Lee was at Stan Lee comes to a Comic-Con, especially here in Boston, you have a lot of top people like Rob Liefeld was there. Am I saying his name right? Yeah, that pool guy. He was there last year. Whole bunch of people came through last year. So they kind of follow it, you know what I mean? Where he's at, there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of books that want signed, more money. So he charged $120 per signature.
Excelsior!
Excelsior! Yes.
That's how he signs his
That's
checks.
how he says, exactly. That's my stuff. That's the picture I have of me and him in Boston Comic Con 2015. That's the first book I got signed by him. Amazing Spider-Man #3. It's a king size annual. I got that book here a long time ago. Came back as a 4. I got that here a long time ago, like years. I was little when I got that. That's my Amazing Spider-Man 583 Obama variant. It's a first print. Came back as a 9.6, and I got that here. It was actually right up on that wall when I got it. So I got it there. I told Glenn, I was like, I'm gonna have him sign this one. And I'm not a political person. I just did it because that's a special book. They made like 5 reprints of it. I was like, this book is pretty rare. It's pretty expensive. Glenn gave it to me for an amazing price. And right now, if you try to get that book raw, ungraded, unsigned, or anything, you're coughing up at least like $100. And I paid way less than that. So with the signature and all this has happened, you already know how much. But again, I don't care what it's worth is, because everybody was, oh, they're worth a fortune. I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's worth $1 or $5. I don't care. It could be $1,000. I'm gonna keep my books forever. They're not gonna go anywhere, especially those. So, but yeah, man, that I'm gonna miss is the energy that he brought to Comic-Con and the commotion. It's crazy. People all over the place.
I'm gonna be reading issue #2, so yeah, it wasn't bad.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right, well, I'm getting both variants. I'm so excited to read this because I am a God of War fanatic. Oh God, it is so bad. I got 3. No, I got 1. The one that was actually right here. I got it last week, and I got 3 over there. He's holding for me. It's where the man thing, where he's they captured him, put him on another planet, and they are having him like fight and stuff like that, kind of be a slave, like for entertainment in a way. So when he talked about it, I was like, yo, I need that. I've never heard them capturing this thing and doing that. So he has him on hold over there. But I think I'm gonna get one. I don't know which one. Shit. Where the fuck did this come from? Oh, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so they were in there, they smashed each other. They're taking chairs from under the.
I didn't even see this shit there. Damn.
You know, I mean, it was just a giant bloodbath. Yeah. You know, that's pretty much what it was.
Nah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm liking this because I'm buying a lot of Fantastic Four stuff now. I'm liking that. I'm really digging this. That looks dope. But the old one though, the new ones, like the newer ones, I'm not. Nah, I like these, especially the ones that Stan Lee wrote. Those you could see his personality. You know what I mean? The way he portrayed these characters and that. I like that. You can clearly tell the difference between writers and all of them. So I'm gonna come back for one of those. I just don't know which one yet. I'm gonna get these though, and the ones he has up there.
Got something for you.
What you got for me?
You're a fan of yours from Utah, Chris Wysocki.
Yeah.
Drew you a Venom.
Holy shit! Fucking yes! Oh my God, this is amazing. Next time you see an Incredible Hulk number 340, remember me. Definitely will.
Yeah, because he's looking for one too. You know how many people are pissed at you that you bought that off the wall when you bought it? You know, it's
well, it's in good hands. It's slabbed. It's not going. I'm gonna bring it in so you can take a look at it.
Somebody may be that spiteful that they may try to call ICE.
Hey, I know this brown kid. He's on YouTube. You want his information?
Yeah.
Dude, this is dope. This is gonna get framed. I don't care. This is gonna get in a nice frame. Oh, this is amazing. This is what I like right here. This is mine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is dope. And he dated it and everything. Oh my God.
He's coming in March.
In March? Well,
yeah, he's gonna be coming in March.
When he comes in March, we're gonna go next door to Romano's and get a lot of beer.
He says he wants to come down. He's gonna hang out with us.
Yeah.
He wants to come down lunch so we can have some Romano's. I says, hey, after we close, we'll go out for dinner someplace. You know, maybe one of the local restaurants or whatever. And
definitely.
Yeah, you got it because you're famous. You're YouTube famous now too.
Well, this is what I like right here. It's hand drawn. You can't get this anywhere else.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And this is what I like right here.
And you know if he goes to redraw another one, it's not going to be the same.
It's not going to be the same, dude. This is amazing.
Right.
This is officially my favorite piece right here. And I have Stanley signed all this stuff. No. This right here. This weight is in gold, man. Oh God, I love it. Yes.
So you saw the Scooby that he made you,
yep.
And then he told me, he goes, "Hey, don't tell Alex." He goes, "But I'm sending him a Venom one." So I held it until I knew what day we were taping, so I could give it to you and get your reaction. So
dude, this is dope, man. I am in love, and he is really talented. Look at that. Look at all the lines. Really talented guy, man. Wow, he should do this more. That's amazing. I hope when he comes, he brings maybe like a little book or something of
what he's
sketches
done,
that he's done. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, he does it in his spare time.
Yeah, and that's like, this is.
I'll show you what he gave. He gave Phil a one too, because Phil likes the animated Batman. Or
oh, that's dope. What? Look at that. Holy shit. Yo, he has really good talent.
You know what? The man had a good life. He lived 95 years. And just look at the post on Facebook as an example of how well he's remembered. There are people that have all kinds of complaints about the controversy of the fact that he dared not mention that other people wrote some of the stuff with him. And my answer is Marvel Comics wouldn't exist in general if it hadn't been for that man working the hype the way he did. So I admire Stan Lee. I'll miss Stan Lee. I had the pleasure of meeting him exactly one time. He was cool and he was gracious. Am I sad that he's gone? A little bit, but only a little bit. He had a nice long life. He should all be so well remembered. Spider-Man, Domino, mostly because Morbius is in there, and Joe Golem, because I love that book. All good stuff. Plenty more I'm looking at too. Not much more I'll buy because I'm miserly. There's a lot of things I want to pick up that I'm holding off on. So, for example, the Infinity Wars, I'll wait for the trade paperback. Spider-Geddon, if I hear good enough things, I'll wait for the trade paperback on that one too. Sometimes I love Mr. Miracle, sometimes I don't. The artwork doesn't dazzle me, so I'll probably ignore it this week. But I really pick week by week. For me, the most consistent comic that I'm picking up right now is The Immortal Hulk, which is freaking great. I completely ignored it until I had 2 or 3 different people telling me how good it was, and they were right.
Stripped down nude.
Glenn tells me something's good, the odds are it's going to be good. And I will probably pick it up. Some guy I run across at a restaurant I've never met before tells me something's good, I'll take it with a grain of salt. Okay, you know what? Bendis is okay, but I'm tired of the villain. We've had 12 issues with this guy, and he does nothing for me. Finish him one way or the other. He's like Venom. He shows up everywhere and he shouldn't. Somebody said, well, he's going to be taking over, so he's going to save the comic. I'm like, the comic was fine. The comic is still fine. I don't think Bendis is the best person for it, but okay. I like his work, but there's limits. And again, if you give me the same villain every single freaking episode for 6 episodes, you're starting to bore me. Give me a good villain. Give me a change in villains. Don't give me the same character again and again. It's a waste of my time. Okay, Avengers 700, of course I have to pick that up. There's bound to be some good stuff going on in here. Like, for example, Hyperion showing up, which is always a plus. I don't care too much for variant covers. This one will do just fine. I know a lot of people do, but they're more collectors than I am. I'm not a collector. I just read stuff. I don't want to be a collector. I was for a while, and it was ridiculous how much money it cost me to get nothing special. I'd rather just read the stories and enjoy the artwork. And I say that as somebody who works in the collector's market. I have people that buy books of mine that I've written strictly because they're signed limited editions. It makes me scratch my head every time. I just want to read it and enjoy it. And then we have the new Fantastic Four, which I'm still reading. Don't quite know where it's going yet. I wish it would get there a little faster. Well, the Fantastic Four was, the end-all be-all for a long time, but it's like every other comic. They keep doing new things and spreading the story so thin that after a while you no longer know what the hell's going on. I want to see the Fantastic Four back as the Fantastic Four, not the Fantastic Four plus 27 other people who happen to hang around with them. Show that for the Marvel 2-in-1s and the extras, but don't give every story the same thing from me. It doesn't all have to involve every other character that they've ever run across. They got rid of them for a while because of the movie scandals. That's done with happily. So now maybe we get things where they're supposed to be again in comics. Morbius. I'm interested in what they're going to do with the movie on that. Jared Leto is supposed to be playing Morbius. He's got the right build for it. I'm just curious how he's going to play the character. I think he can. I just hope he doesn't get stupid about it. See, I thought his Joker was okay. My biggest problem with the way he played the Joker was the fact that they had to make him gangster. He didn't need a grill in his mouth. He didn't need tattoos all over his body. That's not the Joker for me. I thought he played him pretty well. I mean, maybe didn't play him quite as well as he was played in...
So for me, I'm like...
and the Batman movies, but you know,
right? I'd rather,
not bad.
right? Yeah.
You know what? If you're going to end up having the Joker look nothing at all like the Joker, you're making a horrible mistake. If that's a temporary run before he gets the permanent scars, I'm okay with it. But don't redesign something that works. That was my problem with the Joker and Suicide Squad. Don't redesign something that works. But I'm a bit of a traditionalist. If you want a new character, then give me a new character. If you want to give me somebody like the Joker or Spider-Man, give me the Joker or Spider-Man. I think they decided to try something new with Joaquin Phoenix, and I think there's a potential that it will work. But if you're getting him because people protested the Suicide Squad, it wasn't Jared Leto. They were protesting, as far as I'm concerned. It was a bad application of the character. You know, Leto can act.
Like Christmas Eve, I always wanted my uncle.
He's not my favorite person in the world, actor-wise, but he can act.
You don't want to go there.
Well, too bad. Very sad. You know, I mean, this guy is a guy who created Marvel's heroes, the Hulk, Spider-Man.
They're on SmackDown.
Helped out with the Avengers. Did Captain America? Started at Captain America when he was very young in the business.
Yeah.
And you know, 95 years old. He's contributed not only to that, but also to the movies.
It is a definite.
And fan magazines for Marvel, Fin Foom, all that stuff. I mean, you know,
it's definitely,
it's just like anybody who's had such a leading role in the industry. You know, when you have someone like Jack Kirby passing away,
and it's a Sunday, so I'm
any of the other artists.
I don't go to town for dinner,
you know,
so
Brian Fogel just passed away, I think, not too long ago. So I mean, but not someone like Stan Lee. Of course, he was an artist, did a lot of you know, Batman work.
It's almost like
here we are. Stan Lee is a guy who created an actual dynasty, if you will, part of the Marvel dynasty. So, very sad. You know, he was elderly and he had some health issues, but you never expected, you know, he went into the hospital all of a sudden, bang. So, not good. Not good.
So you were shocked that a 95-year-old guy died? Is that what you just said?
I was not shocked that a 95-year-old man died, but you don't expect hearing something like that.
What do you mean you don't expect it? This guy was 95. I expect it every day for the next... I expect to open up an obituary and find 3 guys that are 95 dead. It should be expected. You're 95. You're like 1% of the population makes it to 95.
See, look at that. He did a really good job.
Yeah.
He was a superhero.
Right, so every day, someone's even in their 90s saying, man, this guy may not wake up tomorrow. It's just common sense.
Phil, you know, in some of our viewers' eyes, you're a superhero.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm not worthy. Really not worthy.
Well, we know that, but some people do think that yes, you are a superhero.
Do we have a specific statue, by the way? I understood. Possibly we're getting one.
A bust of...
a bust, yes, a bust.
A bust of Captain... The Captain?
Ooh, the Captain. Oh, no. What a dub. What a dub. Oh, I'll give you such a Vulcan nerve pinch. Ooh, it's so totally nerdy. Oh, Captain Kirk. Oh, now I'll have to go home and watch, you know, put it on the YouTube or...
Naked?
No.
You ever sit there naked watching Captain Kirk? Oh,
Kirk. Give me a jerk, Captain Kirk. The crap you put me through, it's horrible. Now see, look at this. Stan Lee right here, Captain America. Had a major role in Captain America when he first started his career. What are the cool things we have coming?
Like next week?
Yeah.
Nothing for you.
Oh, fuck, fine.
Well, there's some cool stuff out, but I mean, it's too new and too hip for you. So
well,
we can't
have too new.
Right. We can't have that file.
New is not good.
Right. So how much do you want to pay for this?
25.
Maybe not.
That sounds good. What can you do for me for a deal?
62.
Oh, I don't think so. Cents?
$62?
I don't think so. I think you said it was 30.
What I said then? Did we have that on tape?
We do now.
Yeah, but I didn't say it was 30 then.
I distinctly remember.
Do you have that taped at all anywhere?
I distinctly remember 30 because you said you'll need about $30.
Yep, you will need about $30 or more.
See? No. You said about $30, which means 30 or less.
Right. Or
because you would have told me more if it was going to be more.
Sometimes I just like playing with your brain.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So what do you want me to charge you for this then? Look at this, you opened it up.
I didn't open it up. You got so excited when you dropped it almost.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I know you did. Was that a little Batman book you had too? Oh no, Betty and Veronica. Okay,
it's close to Batman. You're close.
You guys take care. It's been fun as always.
Yeah, so you still coming down on Friday to hang out with us?
I will see. I will see.
You know what that means?
means
It's
no.
possible.
That means
It's
no.
possible. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No chance.
Yeah, no chance.
We have to see what's going on.
There's nothing going on. There is nothing going on in your life. Nothing. What do you do Friday
Well,
night?
I got to tell you something. I already got somebody's Christmas card already set to go.
Oh yeah. Friday night is you always have it scheduled to be here. So you've got nothing going on. There's nothing going on.
There might be. There might
Yeah, right.
not be.
That's right. Batman
Yeah.
may be on television.
That's
Woohoo.
true too.
Yeah.
Right. And I haven't seen that one. Well, not today.
No.
Yeah. I will take my leave, you fine gentlemen.
Shake Sven's red rocket for me, all right?
Sure thing. Sure thing. You missed that, didn't you, Phil? He wasn't here when we had Sven displaying himself.
Oh yeah. Sven was.
Was he?
Yeah.
On that happy note, I'll take my leave.
And Phil goes, "Hey, you're supposed to do that when we're home by ourselves."
I'll take my leave on that happy note.
All right, we'll see you later,
Take
Phil.
care, kids.
Thank
See
you.
later.
Oh my God. I'll be having a talk with Brown Alex about that. He was so excited about getting that artwork. You know what I like about Brown Alex? That guy has to be one of the most upbeat, like just so happy of what he's collecting. I just love his his attitude of this is good. I don't like it, I don't buy it. You know, it's but he is the guy is the most upbeat person and so excited about something that he likes. He just it's crazy. I mean, it's good to see. Yeah. It's good to see. I mean, we got some people come in who bring their 7 books up and go, oh, I hate this book, I hate this book, I hate this book. This one's good. So why are you buying it again? You know, but yeah, he is just so happy. Look at this. I like his Uncanny X-Men. He has the 2 covers. I love this cover too. And yeah, it's just a breath of fresh air. But he's gonna get shit on now because he left his trash here.
Yeah, no, I was out on a delivery when I saw the post. Like an alert came up on my phone, like Google fucking knows me. It's fucking weird. But yeah, no, it kind of broke my heart because all I could think about was I was supposed to go to Boston Comic Con. What was it, Boston? Yeah, whatever his last East Coast appearance was gonna be, and I didn't get a chance to go see him, because bills came up, and even though I had like all the money set aside, I was so excited, and then shit hit the fan, and I couldn't go. So I don't know.
And I'm sure his heart was broken.
Hey, you know what? To meet me, I feel bad for him that he missed that chance.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I do too.
That poor schmuck. I don't know.
I mean, it's an honor that I get to see you every week.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Grace you with my presence?
Yeah.
Then you steal my bag and boards.
I did.
You bastard. Son of a bitch. But,
yeah, there was a pile of them still just sitting there. You know? I was like, how'd this not make it in the bag? Let's see. How far did you need to go back?
To 2 if you got it.
I got 2.
I'll take it.
Yeah. How high did you need to go up to?
Almost present. 2,
Okay.
3. Ooh, you got the variants too.
I just pulled a bunch of stuff that have to go in the back issue. That I think I Hate Fairyland was in there too. I just haven't filed them yet. So
If you got the variants, I prefer them. People around here don't dig it, but it does really well in other places. It's like a 70s Mad magazine. It's just really goofy, and Scotty Young, I love Scotty Young's artwork. So I buy all his variants, whatever.
Hold on, it's the glare.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You're new.
Oh, believe me, I'm not new.
Well, new to being on camera.
New to being on camera.
Yeah, this book is one of my favorite books.
What are your thoughts on the new X-Men? Did you read it?
I read issue 1. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I've read issue 2 yet. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't usually like 2. I liked enough to get 2. I liked enough to get 2, but I don't usually like X-Men books anyway. So it was.
I like the older ones.
Yeah, so I've just never been a fan of X-Men. You know, just never really liked them. Some story arcs here and there I've liked of them, but never to the point where I've just all I do is just constantly read, X-Men. But I actually like number 1.
Confuse me too. But I do like the new Fantastic Four story.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yep, I do too. It means I'm not reading Green Lantern anymore. I read number 1 last night. Number 2 will not be coming home. The artwork is actually pretty good. The only problem I have with the guy with the art is all his guys are drawn elongated. So, I mean, they possibly could be 9 feet tall. That's the only bad thing about the art. I did enjoy the artwork, though. But again, it was just a bunch of Grant Morrison gibberish.
Please, no gibberish tonight, please. I beg you.
It starts off, there's no Hal Jordan. They're doing something with some other Green Lantern. His finger gets cut off. He gets killed. Then they finally come to Hal Jordan. And I'm not a big Hal Jordan fan anyways. I'm a big Kyle Reiner fan. I'd probably give that book a little more leeway. Jordan, again, has had his lantern taken away from him. He's on the outs with the little blue guys there. I forget the clowns' names. Ganthet and the Guardians of the Universe or something. I don't know. Meaningless. I wish they were still dead from the 90s. But so as usual, they're mad at Hal Jordan like they always are. But then they need him because someone killed a lantern. So that he's going to go and have to find out who killed this Green Lantern. It was a giant mess of a Grant Morrison mess. That's what we'll call it. Just a bunch of gibberish, and to me, not worth reading a second issue. I mean, he's written JLA before, and Green Lantern was in it, but I think this is his first ever writing for Green Lantern. If you're a Morrison fan, you'll probably like it because you like gibberish. I don't think there's going to be some regular Green Lantern fans that may not like this, but if you're a Morrison fan, you are probably going to be loving it. You're gonna want 2 copies. Phil he's fired it. It's not allowed in his house either. Yeah, but it's Grant Morrison trash. He's done. When I posted on Facebook, I read it. Number 2's not coming home. That was my comment. There's a few books out there that I look at as not being Grant Morrison nonsense. I mean, so I always try to give him like the benefit of the doubt. I go in with an open mind. I don't just go in, I'm going to hate this because Grant Morrison's writing it. He writes a book called Claws that's been really good, and he did Happy, which Sci-Fi turned into a TV show, which was a great story. Some of his JLA stuff he did, some was good, but then after that he was on it for too long and he needed to get fired again. So, I mean, I don't hate all Grant Morrison stuff, so I try to go in with an open mind. For the first quarter of the book, I'm not even thinking Grant Morrison. I'm just thinking about, boy, this book sucks. And it wasn't even like, oh, because Grant Morrison's writing it. No, it just sucked. It got a little better in the middle when they had a little Hal Jordan stuff going on. But he was just his typical asshat self. And in the end, it was just a jumbled mess of garbage that Grant Morrison put together that a lot of Grant Morrison's cronies are going to be jerking off over to say, oh my God, he's doing Green Lantern. This is the greatest thing. Yeah, keep it.
So how do you really feel about it?
Love it. So yeah, no, if Grant Morrison walked in the store, I would shake his hand. And I mean, the guy's still a legend in comics. I just don't like most of his stuff. But I would still be honored to have Grant Morrison come in my store. I'm not going to come in and say, hey, look, you are a piece of crap. Because I never said, the people I don't like, I'm never telling them that they're crap. Like, I mean, I don't know them personally. I'm not personally attacking them. I don't like the stuff they're writing. Has nothing to do with them. Grant Morrison could be a great guy. We could go and have beers or something and have a good time. Still doesn't mean I have to like his writing. It doesn't mean that we can't get along because I don't like his stuff. I loved Skull Kill Crew. Yeah. That Skrull Kill Crew, they did it in the 90s. Great story. But it was Grant Morrison and Mark Millar. I think the goodness of the story was probably Mark Millar writing it. Yeah. Because most of Mark Millar's stuff is actually pretty decent. Yeah. I think Grant Morrison was just kind of there. Mark Millar had to fix his mistakes.
He has to fix his mistakes. Yeah. He carried them all the way.
Yeah.
All right, so now here's the question.
No, nothing about arcade.
No, this is an arcade free day. Where's the Stan Lee collection? The special tribute to Stan Lee.
Why?
What
happened?
You wouldn't have this wonderful shop if it wasn't for a man like Stan Lee.
Stan Lee is the reason of a lot of Marvel and a lot of these great characters that we have. Great for him. Thank you.
I still think you should have a Stan Lee collection, like just a whole tribute, have a picture of him, candles burning, everything. That's like when Bruce Lee died. Every martial arts school had a picture of Bruce Lee in there, even though they weren't.
Well, you guys are meatheads. You're right.
Now you're insulting the martial arts world.
I just did. I just did. As a matter of fact, I may insult your dojo in a couple seconds.
There
you gotta
you
watch
go.
it,
Come
okay?
on, bring it on.
Please do something.
Yeah, come on. 5 Dragons, best around town. Come on. You know what?
Something, please.
You'll make a lot of people happy.
No. You don't want to do it on camera. For that one thing that I may get the lucky punch in and knock you down, that would really embarrass your dojo. I have nothing to lose.
You know what?
People expect you to be able to kick the shit out of me. But if that happens, you got a lot to lose on that.
If you knock me out, I will clean this store for you every day. I will shut my dojo down. I will live the way of the Glen. All right.
Glenn doesn't even clean the store.
Yeah.
We got vacuum today.
Yeah, and actually, how come? You know what? You need like recliners or something here for.
What? So you clowns can just sit here all day and bother me?
I requested a booth earlier.
Yeah, something. I mean, my kids got to look for books and everything, and
I bet you your front seat of your car reclines.
Yeah, but then I'll miss all this ambiance.
Yeah.
I mean, there's martial artists that I will say is not worth their weight in gold. I wouldn't talk bad about
like
them.
Steve Seagal?
Steve Seagal rocks. If you're not humble, someday you're going to get called out. As I teach my sons and my students, there's always a bigger dog out there.
That's why I've never called you out, because you are pretty humble.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah. But your son, I may be calling him out, okay?
I don't know.
That guy rattles his mouth all the time. All right? He's always just talking smack. I may have a chance against the 17-year-old.
Yeah. He'll be 15 next month.
Oh, I may have a chance against a 15-year-old, okay? It's
Okay.
Yeah, that's last week's stuff.
Why are you being so nice?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Because I like your kid.
You gas back yet?
He's one of the kids you like.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about arcade. So
listen, I'm telling you right now, people are sleeping on the potential of arcade. He's one of those villains that, if done right, would actually be a threat. I mean, think about it. This guy has a whole, system for
hold on, I think I just fell asleep. Okay, go ahead. I woke back up. Finish the story.
Come on, Murder World. All right.
Well, the Avengers, that Super Sons came out a couple weeks ago. That was just a reorder. Amazing Spider-Man #9. I think I still have up in the back into this week rack. Okay. Avengers I still had up. Did you check through all this?
My neighborhood.
Oh. Yeah. This it doesn't just stop at B. It keeps on going.
There's a whole alphabet.
Yeah.
But listen, what other villain has...
So you teach your kid how to crack my neck, but you don't teach him the alphabet.
That's all he needs, because he's going to run the dojo one day for me.
I've never owned a dojo, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm talking hypothetically for me.
Yes.
Is having the people talk about Cobra Kai and the stupid crane thing, it would just be like insulting. It's like, look, shut up.
You see, you got to look at it as that's most people's idea of martial arts, is what they see. Like...
When people come in here, they ask, is this like the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
No, it's not like the Big Bang Theory. That's a stupid TV show. It's not like the Big Bang Theory.
Or they think you're like the other guys that was a comic book man or whatever. They expect that like celebrities just walk in. And, I mean, we all know that that's scripted.
Right.
What's the chance that Nichelle Nichols is walking through, the neighborhood and...
Oh, she lives around the corner.
Yeah.
We don't need some. You're Brown, Alex, and Phil.
I mean, you're rolling in the dough, man. You own your own business. You get to read comic books for free.
How does that make me roll in the dough? So far, I haven't heard anything about rolling in the dough.
Look at all these guys in here right now. You got
Loiterer.
Yeah, actually, I think Logan's the one spending money right now.
I picked it up because it's a #1, so you don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? I read about through half of it, and then I put it down because I got preoccupied with a bunch of other stuff. But Green Lantern was one of my favorite superheroes when I was little, when I was growing up, watching all the shows and all of that. Man, I was obsessed with the thought of a ring. He beams shit out of it and protects himself and all that. I was obsessed with it. But then, like, as I got older, started reading all the books, I was like, wait, what's going on? You know what I mean? It was kind of all over the place. What they have to do is very, very easy. They got to give the entire DCEU to one person to run the show, and then they gotta get the hell out of his way. You know what I mean? Let him or her, whoever it is, let them run it how they want to run it. Just like Disney's doing with Marvel Studios. They gave it all to Kevin Feige, whatever his name is. They gave it to him. He's the director. Everything goes through him. Nothing goes over his head. You know what I mean? And they just stay out of the way. The Disney suits, they don't intervene. The only time they intervene is when they absolutely have to. And whenever they do, it's because they have the experience. They have the relevant experience. They've been making movies for a long time. That Disney magic is real. You know what I mean? They got their own currency. Like, it's legit. So whenever they give him an opinion, it's factual. All these Warner Brothers fat cats, these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. They walk in there, they ruin everything. Batman vs Superman was supposed to be like 3.5 hours long. They forced it to be so short. Same thing with Justice League. Butchered it completely. So I'm gonna get this one. This one's been eyeing my attention for a long time. So I'll get this one. And
I will. Thank you. Yep, have a good one. I sure do.
this looks like it was colored in by a 6-year-old. So it's all like, but Glenn has a few books on hold for me that actually.
Yeah.
All right. So for the first time ever, I'm gonna put a book back. So I'm gonna leave it here, so it's easy for me to grab next time. But the books he has on hold are actually books that I really want to read. So
I got a couple books saved for you too.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four ones. Yep. So
I've been telling people that, said, you open tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, 1 to 7. Like, it was,
like,
why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
Huh? There's going to be a lot of people banging on the door then when I'm not here.
Yes, there it is.
Did you still want me to hold on to the FF?
Yeah, I'll take them now.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
How can you go wrong with a thing enslaved?
Yeah, exactly. That's what when you said this, I was like, wait, what? They enslaved them.
Yep.
I need to read it and see what it's about.
I read this story when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if it started before this, how far and after it, but all I remember is the cover. And I bought them. This came out before I was even collecting comics.
Yeah?
But they did, you know how Marvel Tales does reprints of the Spider-Man at the time?
Yep.
Well, Marvel's Greatest Comics did reprints of Fantastic Four. So so I was buying them on the spinner rack as reprints, and you know they came out monthly, and you know the regular Fantastic Four was out at the time, and I'm reading the regular Fantastic Four, and I started buying these, and this was one of my favorite storylines of Fantastic Four at that time. When
I'd like to read that because to capture.
I thought this guy. I love this. I love him. I mean, he's capturing. You got these old school gunmen holding down the thing. It's like that's the thing.
And how the fuck can they
right? There's a thing. He's just gonna and you're gone.
Yeah. So I want to know what the hell happened. Yeah, that's and this is the original one too.
Yeah. Yep. That's the original.
That's what I like. Original stuff. All right. Awesome.
Oh, and you gotta get Shuri.
Well, that's for my niece. She's obsessed with her.
Me too.
So, yeah, she's like in love. She saw the movie and she all about it. So I said, all right, I saw that. I'll pick it up and let her read it. I'll go drop it off after this.
$40.
So you're going out shopping on Friday?
You bet. You bet. You know I love being out with the crowds.
Yeah. You want to go to Comic-Con next year?
Of course I do.
I'll buy you a ticket.
I'm in. I'm with you.
I'm serious.
I'm gonna go with you.
Me and Carlos are going.
Yeah.
So
I can't picture two better people to go with.
I'll try to convince Ryan to come. Ryan, if you're watching this,
I'm there. I am there. I love Comic-Con.
Well, if Ryan comes,
love crowds at Comic-Con.
If Ryan comes, him and I cannot be too close because when we're together, we tend to
kiss.
No, well, I mean, he is an adorable giant. He's a gentle giant.
He is a gentle giant. Yeah.
He has a magnificent beard.
Yeah.
But,
if he wants to be on Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty. Yeah. When we're together, we tend to start, having a little too much fun with other people, and then Ryan. Ryan doesn't have a filter.
So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen if you're with me?
Oh, all three of us? Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna.
I have a filter. When I'm out in public, I have a filter.
Okay, yeah, Ryan, he's it's on and off with him. So I don't know.
I've got a filter, but sometimes where I think I'm actually filtered, other people don't feel that was the filter.
Okay,
so.
Yeah, Comic-Con
I'm in.
this year.
When the tickets on sale?
The tickets go on sale typically around March.
No, let me know before you buy the ticket, though.
Okay.
Yeah, don't just go and buy it. Say, let me know before you go and get the ticket.
This year, we kind of suffered a little bit. We were standing in line all day.
Yeah.
So
that's what I love doing, is standing in line wasting time.
Well, here's the thing.
The greatest thing.
Well, here's the thing. I was with my family. I had a VIP badge.
Yeah.
So when you have a VIP, you hang it like a necklace. You have that big ass badge. Yeah, you're on God mode. You can go wherever the fuck you want.
I got some upper deck lanyards too. We can wear them. All right.
Yeah. You can cut any line. I mean, I cut the Stan Lee line all to the front.
Dude, I'd be cutting and laughing at everyone as I'm going, hey, look at this! Front row, buddy!
Dude, that's literally what you do. And you get entrance inside a half an hour earlier.
Okay.
In the actual main crowd. And you get a lounge to sit in. The only problem is that fucking price, dude. It's expensive.
She started with the movies. She started with Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl. That's what she's into. And we like coming here. I try to get her to buy different ones, but she's kind of hesitant.
I just like her because she's funny, and then it has like other Marvel characters like Iron Man.
Do you think that more girls should be reading comic books?
Yeah.
Do any of the other girls like make fun of you for reading comics?
No.
That's good. You can punch them right in the face.
And then I just said something about Squirrel Girl to my friends because she's obsessed with squirrels. And that they made a novel of Squirrel Girl, so she read both of them.
I didn't know who it was either, and then I don't know how she got.
I don't remember how.
I don't remember how she got into the comics, but we started coming here, and she was like, "Can I buy some Squirrel Girl comics?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And
I
then
remember that we had like that Marvel app, like that you can read comics. I read Miss Marvel because you got the no normal one, and then I don't know why I read Squirrel Girl, but I did.
yeah, and you liked it, yeah.
I'm not what you think I am.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome. And I like Brie Larson, who's in it. So, and Captain Marvel's a pretty good character, so I'm looking forward to it. Well, maybe Marvel's answer to Wonder Woman of getting the female involvement in their superhero world, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Marvel usually doesn't go wrong. They haven't made a bad movie yet. I don't think, anyways. I think the actual Marvel movies are good. Not the Sony Venom and Spider-Man ones, but Marvels are good.
I want you to have the honors to pen them.
There's some good wall books.
No, you go do it. No, come on, Shane. So they just.
I like this. This shattered variant is so cool. But
I'm just gonna be her. Okay, so he goes over, picks up the jobber.
Spider-Mech. He told me one kid came in from Connecticut and literally walked all the way to the back, pulled something off the wall, and was like, I watched the show and I knew exactly where it was. A Transformers book, like I think it was like first Dinobots or something. Picked it up, walked up. He was like, I was in Boston. I asked my mom to drive up. We're from Connecticut. And he's like, I watched the show and I saw that like 4 times on the wall. And he's like, I just came in. I knew exactly where it was. Boom. I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because I've seen Brown Alex a couple times get pissed that like he pointed something out and somebody bought it.
You have like 11 boxes.
Oh, yeah, short boxes. Yeah, I mean, I really started getting back into it, collecting again in probably the last like 2 years. And I ended up going a little like overboard. And I have like 10 or 11 short boxes now. And I've a little overboard, yeah. So I'm buying my new issues now and picking up what I like, but I'm not like, I was going on eBay and buying a lot of like, buy 100 comics for $50 and they're all a bunch of garbage. And I'm now doing the same thing, trying to give back to the eBay community by doing 50 comics for $100, like crap comics. But I mean, I collected when I was younger and I had a whole bunch of comics, got rid of them, and I always was reading them because online. And then I just, I started watching the show. I was like, that's so cool. I went to Comic-Con Boston this year. I was like, that was awesome. Met Jim Lee, who was like my idol when I was a kid, X-Men and Alpha Flight. And now I'm like back into it hardcore. But it could be worse habits. Did you read the Uncanny 2?
I haven't read number 2 yet, no. I enjoyed 1.
It actually came out.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, this is a weekly thing.
I think we talked about that last week. They couldn't get Fantastic Four out.
Right, in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. So I think it's 10 issues or something, or 12 issues. So
is that what it is?
Yeah, so I mean, let's hope these guys were that far ahead that they can actually get it out for the weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get something out monthly, and then you're gonna get. They think they're gonna get out weekly.
Right, especially the flagship like Fantastic Four.
Right.
That was good. Did you read this?
We were just talking about.
Yes. Yep.
I didn't read 2 yet, but 1 was really good.
Yep. No, 2 was good too. I read. I read that too. Yep. Yep.
Look at all your favorites, like Weapon H. This is a great book.
That's an awesome book. I read this already too.
I just read 3 today, so I was like, when I saw 4 out there, I was like, nice.
Yeah. Yep. No, this was really good too. Did you read The Grass Kings at all?
No.
That's the book that these two guys did before this.
Okay.
Really good. Really good book. And it's funny because in this book, someone actually mentions, hey, I helped set up part of the grasslands or whatever, which was, they were on an island, but it was pretty much, they had their own, this group had their own government. They still lived obviously in the United States, but they says, no, this is our land. We rule what we want to rule. So they're almost like, clowns that were, had their own guns, and hey, you don't come in here. Don't send your police. Don't send your army here because we'll police ourselves. Yeah, it was called Grass Kings.
Grass Kings.
Yeah, this is a great book right here.
Look at that. That's actually really good.
This is good. Except the guy has a problem with like things. I mean, this guy, what is he, about 9 feet tall? All his art. It seems like every character in here.
Oh, he's a Martian.
She's elongated. It's like his artwork. All his people are elongated. But besides that, this artwork is really, really good.
Yeah. It's actually.
Yep. I mean,
it's just the story. You thought the story was hot garbage.
Yep. But it's just typical. Oh, the blue guys don't like me anymore. I'm kicked out of the Lantern Corps. That sort of thing. So he meets the girl here. They go in the house. Hey, hey, let's go do this out on the rocks. It made no sense why. It's. Let's just go out there and do that out on the rocks. Then he gets attacked by some bums here and whatnot.
Those desert bums that are all around.
yeah, but they're actually.
What are they? Blue Lanterns? Or?
Yeah, they're lantern. They're some sort of aliens or whatever. But he's like, yeah, my ring's not working because I don't have, because they took away my lantern from me. The blue guys don't like me anymore. Here, I'm gonna die. Take my ring. It's good. I got a brand new ring now.
This is the same thing that happened.
Yeah, way back in the day. Yeah, right.
So it's just here, trade. You already have a ring, but here's a dying alien that's
right. So here's let's rehash the origin, even though it's not rehashed because he already has a ring. But. So now he's like, oh, here, use my lantern.
That's good art.
Yeah.
But look at the alarm.
Right. Again,
that's an awesome.
This is an awesome picture.
Yell at himself for his phone.
Yeah.
What's that?
But I said, notice how the director doesn't yell at himself for his phone.
Hey,
if we make any other noise, though, it's bad for us.
Right.
But the director can make as much noise as he wants.
The Overlord has total control.
That's freaking awesome.
Yep.
It was like a 6-armed hamster.
Yeah. And who doesn't want to see a talking 6-armed hamster in a book?
That's fantastic.
Yep. Nope. It's great. Too bad it's a bunch of jumbled crap, though. It's But we got a 6-armed hamster. That's beautiful.
You're really selling this book.
I am. Yeah. But I know. Guess what? I know she's still buying it, even though
I said I'm going to give it a chance. I don't.
Hey, because you know something? It's only right. It's just my opinion.
Right.
You're right.
Well, I was telling Phil before that you had told me everything you've told me that you've recommended to buy has been fantastic.
Yeah.
But I told him I don't listen to you when you say you don't buy it.
Right.
Because I'm like, you know what? I'll just take my own word for it.
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes that's what you have to.
Right.
It's you still have to take. I mean, because even though I said, hey, buy this book, you said, I'll try it. It's. I mean, granted, I mean, it's good that you liked everything, but you may someday say, I didn't like that book either.
Right.
So, but yeah, you have to let me know how you like
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Well, if I come back and say I put it in my subscription box, and I liked it, and if I don't, then you hit the ball out of the park on that one. So.
But the artwork has something going for it. The artwork is really good.
That artwork looked really good.
Yep.
Really good.
64.
Can you put that outer darkness?
I wrote it down already.
Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, that book was fantastic.
But he's not.
He's
not any more powerful.
I don't know. It just stinks because I have a feeling that's going to be one of the ones that comes out once every 3 months.
Yeah. Or it's one of those books that was actually really good that no one reads, and it goes that one story arc, and then they just stop. Then they just stop it.
Right.
It's
and they probably have a Bible somewhere of like, this is what the universe is, and this is what we want it to do, and it just disappears.
Yep. But something, like I always say with that sort of stuff, enjoy it while it's there.
Oh yeah.
And when it's, at least you got the, because there are some people who won't read a book. They'll say, well, this book's only going to go so many issues before it gets canceled. You know that's the way it is. Something like what Tri says, even if the thing only goes 9 issues, At least you'd let nine good issues of a story.
If you enjoy 9 issues,
right? So it ended.
Yeah.
Right.
So it ended. It sucks, but that was a great 9 issues. You have them in your collection, and you could reread them.
Yeah, at any time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like the Killer Bee Kill.
Yeah, 20 issues, right?
20 issues, and it's done. And I was pissed that it was done.
So was I.
And it was so good.
Yeah, I think that was one of his best. That was one of his best books.
Yep. And that's literally just a movie or a TV show waiting to happen.
Oh, definitely. And if it doesn't, if it doesn't get picked up for anything, they need to get a different agent because their agent should be able to sell. That book.
That's the way that ended and the way the whole book went. You could have a backstory. You could have a story after the book. Like it's wide open.
Oh yeah,
wide open, and it's like that has like AMC TV show written.
Definitely. So
so that means it'll never come out.
So he needs a new agent because any good agent would get that.
Or it'll be on the CW and it'll be a love triangle with the demon. And,
right.
And the girlfriend.
Then it'll be to that age, not our. Right. Exactly. Right. We're gonna go. This is garbage. We're gonna go. This is the greatest thing ever.
Right.
You know. It's
the demon's making out with Archie.
Yeah.